Investigators are still combing through tens of thousands of tips related to Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. Reporter Asher Red joining us live from Tucson, Arizona. Asher, it sounds like Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos is still optimistic about finding her. That's despite the fact, even though it's been nearly 3 weeks since she was kidnapped from her home.
Well, Sabira, the sheriff says he will not start worrying about this case until the tips stop coming in. But right now, investigators are using a numbered metric ranking system to identify what's the most credible tips that have come in so far. Now, Sheriff Nanos says that it's been measured on a scale of 1 to 4, with a 1 being the strongest tips. For example, the surveillance footage of the masked suspect at Guthrie's front door the night she went missing is a level 1 lead.
People have opinions as to how this investigation should be handled. Those are just not helpful to us because A, you're tying up a first responder on the phone, and B, like I said, we have investigators and detectives on the other side of these phone calls that are having to comb through every single one of these tips and leads.
Meanwhile, investigators are working to figure out whether that unknown DNA found inside Nancy Guthrie's home belongs to her kidnapper, and they're using something called forensic genetic genealogy to do that. With this method, they'll upload the DNA profiles they've collected into a public genetic database, and it could potentially lead them to a suspect if someone related to Guthrie's kidnapper ever used an ancestry site like 23andMe or Ancestry.com. A genetic genealogist tells me that finding a match could take anywhere from a few days to several months.
We are very much at the mercy of whatever the matches are. So if you have a DNA sequence from somebody whose family, even extended family, just has not tested their DNA and uploaded it, we can't make up the data, right? It just doesn't exist.
And despite the sheriff saying that several hundreds of investigators are working on this case, there's still no major developments. And the FBI says they've gotten more than 20,000 tips. Now, the reward money for Nancy's recovery or for the arrest of her kidnapper is now up to more than $200,000. Sabira?